A little while ago, I went over the absolutely heart-wrenching, soul-crushing case that is the Lindsay Clancy case, and I went over a brief summary of what has happened so far, what's going on. But if you want a more in-depth search of it or a good explanation of it, you can just look online. Like, there's information like everywhere about it, so it's not hard to find if you're looking for info. But I went over a brief summary of it, and it's really sad, the whole situation. Nobody really wins in that specific situation. It's really sad and it sucks. But I just can't help but realize that the internet just ruins everything all the time for no reason. And I've seen people like theorize and hypothesize and everything, and that's cool. Like, you wanna come up with your own little game theories about it. That's cool. I have my own personal beliefs on what happens in the case and you know, who's the real culprit and everything, but others don't believe the same things I believe. And in fact, a lot of people really think that the dad is to blame. And I'm thinking to myself, that's kind of goofy because she actually admitted she did the crime. So it's kind of hard to explain, especially since security cameras at local stores and businesses show him out of the house when the murders were committed. So it just doesn't make sense that he'd be the one to murder his 3 children and then try and make his wife kill himself, because that's just not cool, dude. That's not cool. But people, and I'm talking of a very specific kind of person, the internet social media detective they're all hard at work on this case here. And they're not even putting like any real research into it, and that's probably the worst part, because to come to a very good conclusion on who is the real culprit here, you have to actually do some work and do real research to find out who the culprit is. Or you can just believe the evidence that has been submitted so far, and you'll have a pretty clear-cut view of who the real killer is. But of course, not everybody wants to believe that. And it's the TikTok detectives that just really get under my nerves, because they're trying to just defend this woman who very clearly murdered her 3 kids. Now, I've already went over the specifics of the case. She's done it. She even admitted herself to it. Like, she's done it. There's no evidence denying that. But people want to just work so hard to defend her. And it's not like these are people who are actual sleuths or smart people. These are, and I'm not saying this literally, these are women. Not to say that women aren't smart, because there are tons of smart women out there who are very capable people. But it's the social media, online, TikTok brain women who just want to see the world burn because a man is involved. And I'm sorry to say that, dude. People in comment sections are just racist, misogynist, sexist. Every kind of bad person you can believe you'll find in a comment section, dude. It's not even funny, and I'm not even joking. You'll just look at an Instagram comment section and see the worst kind of people there. It's just a fact. It's a fact. And these people, like these TikTok detectives, they are very, very inclined to believe that the dad, is the one who murdered their kids. In which that's, to me, is completely ridiculous. And it's not because I'm trying to stick up for a guy here. I'm going to stick up for whoever is truly, you know, an innocent bystander, in which, in my mind, I believe it's the dad. I don't believe he deserves any heat he's getting from anybody, because I don't think there's a single guy in the world who believes this guy did it. It's mostly the women who are complaining about it. And not that there's a problem with that, like, you can complain all you want, but they are legitimately trying to get this guy thrown in prison for it, when there's like almost no evidence to suggest he did anything wrong other than be out of the house when it happened. Like it's ridiculous to me, dude. It really is ridiculous. Like, remember a few years back, that woman Ashley Gouard or something like that, she tried to get an innocent college professor thrown in prison because her TikTok brain believed that like the spirits were speaking to her or something. And she tried so hard to get her thrown in prison because in her own mind, she believed that she was the killer, when they actually found the real killer later on. And now that woman is actually getting sued for millions of dollars. I talked about that too, and I was rubbing it in her face about it. But that's the thing. These online detectives are trying to stir up drama with people who have either, 1, nothing to do with the case, or 2, are completely innocent in it at all. Like, it's ridiculous, dude, what people are willing to go through just to put someone innocent in jail. And that's not even the TikTok brain talking anymore. That's just the sexist feminist woman. And I'm not saying this in a bad light. Feminism is great. All power to women who deserve that power. But these aren't the women who you think they are. They're not the feminist type. They're the sexist type. There's a difference between feminism, and just sexism and misogyny. These are the misogynistic, sexist women who believe that women are like a superior race just because they're women. That's not right or cool in any way. And like I said, all power to women who really want to use feminism for the right things. This is not that. I've seen so many comment sections trying to just absolutely flame this guy. Throw him in jail now. What did he do? She's not the one who did it. Blah, 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 blah. Put him to death. I'm like, dude, what? How could you be coming to these conclusions? It doesn't seem logical or possible. It's that's why. I'm not trying to come down on feminism. I'm trying to come down on the women who use feminism as a mask for just sexism. This isn't even about the TikTok detectives anymore. This is about them just being fucking losers. And I know I'm getting a bit off topic, but that's a huge part to play in this most recent like TikTok, Instagram, social media detective case. Because they're trying to solve a cut case that is already pretty much solved. They're just trying to add more drama and fuel to the fire where it's unnecessary, simply because it's a woman who did it. They can't even face the reality that a woman is to blame here. They can't understand that possibility, in which it's not even a possibility, it's just literally what happened. And I'm always open to being wrong. Like, I'm always open to being wrong. And if they somehow find evidence to see that the dad is them and they figure out he's the one who did it, I will apologize for that. But until they actually convict him, put him in prison, and sentence him, I'm not gonna say that. And if what I'm saying offends you, I truly am sorry for that too. You know, but that's not my fault. You choose to be offended. You choose to take what I'm saying the wrong way. That's not my fault. I'm sorry if it really does offend you. I don't mean any harm or offense. I'm sure you're fine people, but seriously, dude, it's unhinged. It's actually very sad and pathetic. So coming on here is sad because, like I said before, this case is heartbreaking, dude. This case is heartbreaking. Both parents lost their children, and I have some sympathy for Lindsay. I really do, because she's suffering. She was suffering, but that doesn't change the fact that she did it. She still committed the crime. So yeah, you can feel empathy for her. That's fine, but she still did it. That doesn't change anything. So I really am sorry if that's, offends the way you feel and hurts your little feelings or something to, the women. I doubt a man is really going to get offended for this. If you are, geez, dude, sorry. But seriously, to all the women out there who think I'm wrong, you're glad to think that. It's just my belief. But anyways, I just wanted to come on here and say a little bit about the TikTok brain, because it really is just sad and pathetic that people are really trying to wish the worst upon this guy who has lost almost everything, dude. Almost everything in his entire life is gone now. So I just don't know what to say other than these people need to get off the comment sections and go get a job, because this is just sad. But anyways, guys, if you stuck through the video, thank you very much. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.